I think what really triggered this was we had the wildfires, just recently in New Jersey that were very similar to Los Angeles. We got scared our house was going to burn down. It was the most scariest like experience that we had in our family. The whole sky was orange. The air quality was very terrible to breathe. And the thing is that, look, it's moments like that where you have to understand my wife, Jennifer, like, look, she gave me strength. She gave me love. She gave me emotion. She was always there for me to lift up my spirits. I'm used to it. I need that. I need that love. I need that support. I can't live without it. Trying to live without oxygen is trying to live without water. I can't. God should have known this. My wife was too young. She was only 46 years old. She should not have passed away. I'm having a bad day. Look, I took my wife out. I'll give you an example for her birthday. And we went out for this beautiful breakfast. That was September 18th. She was 100% fine. That's not long ago. October, Halloween, we were all out as a family and we had the most amazing Halloween. That was not long ago. I mean, I just don't understand how all of this happened so fast. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense how you could be sitting down with someone who could be talking fine, eating fine, acting fine, everything's fine, and then a few months later is gone, passes away. It doesn't, see, I can't handle that. Maybe there are people in this world that can handle that, especially coming from someone who's like a miracle, this girl. She was like a miracle. She lived with cancer, and you wouldn't even think she had it. You wouldn't even think she had it. She was so strong. She was like a Wonder Woman. She was like a Wonder Woman. She was so powerful. And you know what? All these doctors said it for years. They always said, Rich, your wife has stage 4 cancer. This is very serious, Richard. This is something that she's going to pass away from. And I never believed them. I'm like, I don't believe these fools, because my wife is strong and she's got this. She's so powerful. And you know what? That's what it is. It's like, it just doesn't make sense how this happened so quick. I'm gonna play an instrumental song, Jennifer. This is a song I wrote for my beautiful wife. Try to calm myself down. I'm having a really bad day. Yes, a beautiful, beautiful piece of music I wrote for my beautiful wife, Jennifer. So, I just, I'm having a tough time with all of this. I'm having a really, really tough time. A really, really tough time. It just doesn't make any sense to me. You know, I need to, in order for me to accept things in life, I need to first have something make sense. Something has to make sense. Something has to be logical. And then I can accept it. What happened to my wife, the whole thing, this whole entire time is just not logical. And it almost seems like it was a setup. If you, I know, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to prove it to you right now. It almost seems like this was all predetermined. Okay, so going back in 2015, my wife was first diagnosed with cancer, breast cancer. It was something called DCIS. Now the cancer was contained in her breast, meaning it was only in her breast, in her left breast. And after doing a lot of homework and research, I told my wife, Jennifer, that, Jen, what you need to do is just let this ride out. Don't even get any operation, don't get any surgery because it's not going to spread. It's contained in the breast. And unfortunately, after speaking to her doctor, she decided to go forward and get what's called a mastectomy, where she had a full surgical removal of her left breast to remove the cancer. Now, I was reading a lot. I was telling her, Jen, this is going to cause this to spread. This is going to cause it to spread. Don't do it, honey. Don't do it. I didn't want her to do it. So I was reading so many articles and I was begging her, I was pleading with her, don't do it. Don't do the surgery. She did the surgery. And it was promised to her that once she did the surgery, that's it. She was going to be cancer free. And that was it. She didn't have to worry about no more treatments, no chemotherapy, nothing. And unfortunately, that's not what happened to this poor, beautiful, beautiful angel, my poor Jennifer. It winded up spreading and it became stage 4 after the surgery. And at that point, you know, things got really, really bad. I was very scared at that point. But you know what the thing was? At that point, it started making sense to me. It was like, I can't explain it to you. It doesn't make sense to me now. But in 2016 and 2017, it made sense to me. I'll tell you why. Because 2016, once again, I researched. I told my wife, honey, please don't get this mastectomy. Don't do the surgery. I feel it's going to spread. If you get the surgery, it's going to expose the chest wall. It's going to spread. She got the surgery and it spread and it became stage 4. I hate to admit it. I was heartbroken, but I wasn't shocked. I wasn't surprised because I was reading all these articles and I was telling her, I was like, don't get the mastectomy. Don't do it. So when it became stage 4, I was super heartbroken, but I wasn't shocked. I mean, it made sense because every article I read, it said that's exactly what could cause it to become stage 4 is to get the mastectomy. Again, I'm not a doctor, understand. This is all subject. This is not medical advice. This is subject to just my opinion. Thank you, author. This is subject to my opinion. So this is not medical advice. But so ultimately what happened was when the cancer spread and it became stage 4, it went everywhere. It went on her liver, it went in the lymph nodes, it went on the spinal cord. And the doctor at that point told me, Richard, this does not look good. It doesn't look like, we're going to be able to fix this. Your wife is probably going to pass away. Now, as much as I was devastated and as much as I was heartbroken, and I was super heartbroken, it made sense. It was like I was able to kind of process it in my head. I was like, okay, she got the mastectomy. Unfortunately, she exposed the chest wall. The cancer spread. It went to the liver. It went everywhere. It made sense. But now here's what doesn't make sense. A miracle happened. A miracle happened. You want to hear the miracle? Okay. Jennifer's mom, Linda, beautiful woman, beautiful, beautiful, the most amazing cook, wonderful, wonderful person. Unfortunately, out of nowhere, got acute leukemia. Out of nowhere. Shocked everybody. Was completely healthy, was completely fine. She gets acute leukemia and passes away within 2 weeks. Jennifer, my wife, makes a full recovery where they got the cancer off of her liver, they contained the cancer on the spinal cord and the lymph nodes. She made a full recovery. A full recovery. She had septic shock, my wife made a full recovery. Had a temperature 105, made a full recovery. It was always believed by me and my wife that Jennifer's mother, Linda, somehow saved the daughter. She saved Jennifer. I don't know how. I don't know if she was able to make some form of a deal. I don't know, with God or with someone. She said, listen, take me. Please let my daughter live longer. She needs to see her kids grow up. She needs to be with her children. Please give her more time. Thank you, Caroline. So anyway, moving forward in time, Jennifer lived with cancer after she recovered for 8 years and was a champion. Was a champion. Excuse me. You would never know. You would never know that she had cancer, in my opinion, because she was so strong. She was so powerful. Like I said, I'm thinking back. It was her birthday this past September 18th, and not doing well, Caroline. And I just hope you're not a hater, okay? Because I know what the haters do. This is the new technique that the haters do. They come to the channel, okay, and I understand the game. Most likely you're a hater. I understand. They come to the channel and they pretend to be someone nice. You understand? They pretend they do this nice thing. They're like, how you feeling? What's going on? You're an Italian warrior, all this stuff. And then about 2 minutes later, they start to hate. So yeah, I'm not shocked. Let's just put it that way. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna get rid of you, Caroline, because I know you're a hater. So I'm just gonna get rid of you. She's gone. These are all haters. This guy's probably a hater too. Well, let's leave it alone. It's unfortunate that my channel attracts these haters, because me and my family are going through a very, very, very heartbreaking time right now, and we truly need support. We truly need love and support, and unfortunately, we get a lot of people that just come here because they want to get kicks. They want to try to get off on our suffering. It's terrible. It's a terrible world. It's like this world should be completely different. We should all help each other. When I was in a better position in my life, I helped many people. Many people would reach out to me. Apefather, I lost. My mom passed away. My house burned down. Always gave money. I always helped them. Has $500. Apefather, my car broke down. Has $300. Apefather, I can't afford an apartment right now. I'm living in a hotel. Has $300. Apefather, I haven't eaten right in like a week. Here's $300. I've always helped people because that's the way I am. When I'm in a good position, I help people. The thing is, right now I'm not in a good position. My family's not in a good position because we lost my wife, we lost my mother in a period of 2 weeks this year. We lost the two rocks of our family, and my life is no longer happy. My life is not happy anymore. Look, I have two beautiful children. I'm staying strong for them. But I'm staying strong for them while I am completely and utterly grieving my wife and my mom. My wife and my mother passed away in 2 weeks, and it's extremely difficult. My wife was too young. She was only 46 years old. My mother, in a way, was too young, too, 75. But at least in her case, she raised me. She saw me grow up. She saw the grandkids grow up. But still, my mother was young too. She should have lived longer. My grandmother Anna lived till she was 97. That was her mother. But Jennifer, 46, nah, too young. I am upset at God. I'm very angry at God. I feel that God should have came through here. He should have helped Jennifer. Should have gave her the strength to continue to go on. She's been through too much. She's been through too much. She needed your support and love, God. She did. One day I'd like to ask him that question, why he wouldn't be there for her and give her more time, because she needed help. She was battling too many things at this point. The aspiration, pneumonia, the cancer in the brain, the spinal cord. She needed help. This was too hard of a battle for her to fight on her own. She needed help. So anyway, now I don't have my wife in my life anymore. And like I said, the other day we had the wildfires here in New Jersey. That was very similar to Los Angeles. And it was very scary. And ultimately, it's moments like that where you get scared. You're thinking, oh my God, my house could burn down. You miss your wife very, very much. You miss her very much. She was my strength. She was my strength, my wife, with all her love and all her emotion. Trying to live now without my wife's love and emotion is trying to live without oxygen. It's like trying to live without water. That's how hard it is to live without my wife's love and affection. And I'm never going to get it again for the rest of my life. That's it. It's like I've been taken down to my knees with this loss. It is too great of a loss. Losing Jennifer is too much. My mother was a tremendous loss as well. But like I said, she was 75. God bless my mother. Jennifer was 46. Too young. Yes, Arthur. It was a very, very scary time. But as you can see in Arthur's comment, let me actually pin it really quick. So in Arthur's comment, can I just pinned it. That's my Cash App. Is the $ Richard Lavoy. You'll see it below in his chat. It's the $ capital RICHARD capital LEV as in Victor OI. Anyone out there with a good heart that would like to see my family get back on their feet, just feel free to give a very small Cash App. It would mean the world to me. It would mean the world to my children, Michael, who's 14, Sophia, who's 11. As I mentioned, we had two major losses this year. My beautiful wife, Jennifer, passed away, 46 years old, after fighting the good fight with cancer for 10 years. God bless her. My mother, Josephine, 2 weeks later passed away after fighting, pneumonia, COPD. God bless my mom. Just looking to get back on my feet, get my children back on their feet. We've also lost our household income. We went through too much because I was Jennifer's full-time caretaker. My mother's income helped us as well. So when we lost those two incomes, it was $7,000 a month. So we're in a tough, tough spot right now. Very tough spot. But with your support, we could get back on our feet. It's very possible. With the right support, we could do it. So once again, you just look below on the Author A's comment. It is the Cash App $ Richard RICHARD Lavoy LEVOI. Any small Cash App would be greatly appreciated. Didn't really sleep that much, as you could see. Kind of like dozing off here. It's not going to be the longest live streams. I'm going to be doing a lot of them. I'm going to be finished this one up probably in a few more minutes. I got to start doing shorter live streams, but more quantity. Thank you, Aztec. God bless you. I am truly sorry for your losses. May God bless you. Thank you, and may God bless you and your family as well. Um, I'm having a very tough time accepting it. That's the problem. It's tough. She's only 46, my wife, too young. I'm like falling asleep here. We'll do a classical piece I wrote for my wife, Peace and Serenity, and for my mom, too. God bless my beautiful mother. Playing the piano, playing music is contributing to society in a very big way because I have talent and you have none. You have absolutely no talent. You hear me speaking? You can never do what I'm doing right now. Never in a million years. Okay? Could you do this? Just out of curiosity, could you do this on the piano? I'll tell you what, if you could do this right now and make a video, I'll give you $1,000. Just do this, all you have to do, right? Since you're such a big shot. Look. I rest my case. Take care, hater. Take care, hater. Yeah, Ray Charles, the great Ray Charles. I love Ray Charles. SM Billy, I could do that in my sleep. I don't think so. Look, these people want to come here and hate. I don't know why. I lost my wife. My children lost their mom. We're going through an extremely difficult time, and I don't understand why these haters keep coming here and they just keep hating. Hey, Jessica, I was gonna give you a call today. I'm having a real bad day today. Yeah, it's a really tough time for us. We're kindly and respectfully asking people, who would, this guy SM Billy is probably a hater too. I don't know. Let me just get rid of this guy. Too many haters. We're kind of kindly and respectfully asking people if they would have the good heart to help our family right now in our greatest time of need, with a very small cash app, help us get back on our feet. Sure, sure, Jessica, we can speak tomorrow. This is just having a really tough day, Jessica. Right? I didn't mean to bother you. Really tough day today for me. I think it all happened because of the wildfires. I think the wildfires set it off for me. It was like a trigger. But this is the $ Richard Lavoie. It's the $ capital RICHARD capital LEV as in Victor OI. That is my Cash App. Any small Cash App would help my family right now in a very big way. God bless you if you have the good heart to do it. I would upload a video called the Thank You Song video for you, where I'll play a beautiful piece of music celebrating your good deed, celebrating my wife's life and my mother's life. Thank you, Rye. It's not really going too good today. I just look, the thing is with my wife is that she was too young, and I'm never going to get over it. Okay? She was too young. And that's it. She was too young. 46 is too young. Thank you very much. No, I understand, Jessica. I understand you have major things going on in your life and you're getting ready for surgery. First of all, I'm going to keep you in my prayers, Jessica, because I want you to have a successful surgery and a fast recovery. You're a beautiful person, Jessica. You don't deserve all the things that you had to contend with in your life. You've contended with too much in your life. Way too many things in your life. And my heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you, Jessica. So I understand completely. No worries at all. I don't get life. I don't get life. A couple of months ago, I was just thinking about this day. I was dreaming. It was my wife's birthday, September 18th, and I took her out for a breakfast, and she was completely fine. I mean, 100%. Nothing in any way, shape, or form that would indicate she's going to pass away. Just completely just fine. And we had a wonderful, wonderful day. And then for my birthday, we went to the same place because her birthday is September 18th. My birthday is September 30th, and we went to the same place. Thank you very much. Lahinzi Ray, thank you. It's just unfortunately what these haters do, and I don't know why they do this. I don't know. They're crazy, these haters. They come here and they start off, this is like their new technique. They start off pretending to be someone nice. You understand? Who cares? You understand? And they say very nice things. And then about 5 minutes later, they switch and then they become their true haters. And I don't understand why they're doing this stuff for. I guess they get some form of enjoyment. I really don't know why they're doing it. I don't get it. But I just been noticing that trend lately. That's what they do. So is there a possibility that's woman Lahinzi is a hater? Most likely. It's just because that's what they do. I mean, I hate to say it. That's what they do is that they come here and, they imitate, they're trying to be someone nice and they're saying all of these beautiful things. But here's where I get the impression. She's like, I wish you a good day every day. Then she says bye. It's like as if, as if she has to leave. So the fact that she's in such a big rush to leave is indicating to me she's a hater on your channel too. Yeah, it's like that's what they do, Jessica. That's their new technique is that they come to the channel and they pretend to be someone nice. So they'll say nice things. So they try to. I don't think so. 90% of the time they're haters, but we'll see. They say the same exact things. They say the same, like, I love your channel, I love your stuff. I don't know. I don't believe this is someone real. This seems to be, it's just the whole way they went about it. It sounds like this is a hater. If this was someone real, I really don't believe they would come here and leave that quick. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. No, I don't personally. I don't personally know these people. No way, they're haters. Yeah, everybody should check Jessica out. She's got a great channel too. She's going to be live 11 o'clock a.m. tomorrow. Just Jessica and CS. I know Jessica loves Boogie Woogie. Let's do the Jessica Boogie Woogie. Little boogie woogie for Jessica to have a successful surgery. God bless her. Uh, Here's when I picture my life. I picture you for my beautiful wife, Jennifer. I miss her so much. You're welcome, Jessica. Thank you. Look, I know you're trying to be nice, this gentleman from India, and I appreciate you being nice. The problem is that we were robbed. All right, let me try to make you understand something. This is not like a happy passing away. This is not a happy passing away. My wife was only 46 years old, and we have two children that are very young. We have two children. We have Sophia, who's 11 years old, and Michael, who's 14 years old, and our family is suffering. So when you say like you wish them to have a good time in heaven, I appreciate that. We're suffering on earth. Okay, so we're suffering. I'm suffering on earth. I'm here for my kids, of course. Right, that's exactly what's happening. They're in paradise. We're not in paradise. Um, Maybe that's selfish. I don't even know. It could be selfish, but look, it was no one's fault what happened here. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I'm not satisfied with what the doctors did, but you know, what is Gumatra? What is Gumatra? I don't know, man. You're just joking around. This is most likely a hater. This guy's a hater. He's talking about that they're gonna drink an Indian drink in heaven. I mean, this guy's definitely a hater. That guy's not serious. So anyway, you know, Jessica, I can't accept what happened in my life, Jessica. Yeah, no, that guy wasn't serious. That was a hater, Jessica. I just don't understand how. I know that you've been through the same thing, Jessica. Believe me, I know you've been through the same thing. But I'm just saying, I'm having my struggles. I'm having my struggles just understanding how my whole life changed in a matter of a few months. Yeah, this guy Marlo is probably this is probably a hater too. I noticed that when there's like one name, they're normally haters. Oh man, it's crazy, man. Are you a hater, Marlo? Are you for real? Yeah, yeah. See, they're all haters. Haters. All these are haters. No one's gonna come to the channel, Jessica, and say, "Let's hear some singing," when they know that I'm talking about, my wife and my mom. They're not gonna just say it like that. It's terrible. It's really, yeah. It's You want to know something, Jessica? I'm gonna tell you something. How could I say this? How could I say this? It's like you're trying to make sense out of something that doesn't make any sense. I don't know how to explain it. And that's what you're going through in your life. That's what you've been through in your life. That's what I'm going through in my life. It's like you're trying to make sense, out of something that just doesn't make sense. And you're struggling to do that. I can't do it. I'm going to tell you the truth. Something has to make sense to me. That's the thing. If something doesn't make sense to me, I just can't accept it. I can't accept it. And, what happened in my life and my children's life doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. My wife was completely fine. Even my mom, they were fine. Everybody was fine. It's just crazy. It's just, I don't understand how things could dramatically change. It's just, we all heard this expression before that you're not guaranteed tomorrow. And, you hear today, gone tomorrow, all these different things that we've heard in our life. But I've always had this sense of security. I've always had this sense in like knowing that I'm going to go to sleep and I'm going to wake up and my wife is going to be there, right? Did you always have that sense? Did you always feel that sense of security, Jessica, that you're going to go to sleep and you're going to wake up? And when you wake up, your family will be okay, right? Your family's going to be okay. Your wife's going to be, well, in your case, oh, yeah, yeah. Sorry, Jessica. Yeah, I got rid of that fake Jessica. You're welcome. I always had that security. Hey, Gia, how you doing, Gia? I always had that security in knowing that you're gonna go to sleep, and when you wake up, your family's gonna be okay. I don't have any security anymore. I don't have any security anymore. I don't know what I believe anymore. I just don't know. After what I went through in my life, I don't know. I don't know. I feel really, really different now. I don't feel like the same person anymore. I feel bad that Gia has to hear all of this. Beautiful Gia. I'm having a tough day today, Gia. I'm having a sad day. I'm sorry, Gia. I'm just having a sad day. This is a tough day for me. Well, I mean, it even goes past us, though, Jessica. You want to know what it is? It's like, I know you're fighting for your life. And like I said to you, Jessica, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you, Jessica, to have a very, very successful procedure. And I want you to always know that you're in my prayers and I want you to heal. But what I'm actually going through is even past my own life. It's just like I always wanted my wife to outlive me. You understand? I always wanted my wife to outlive me. That was my plan. See, throughout the years, I used to make my wife constantly go to the doctors and get treatments and always these people are just crazy, Jessica. Just ignore them. You know, I used to always just want my wife to outlive me. It was never even about my life. I didn't even care about my life. I wanted my wife to be here with the kids. And that's why I did everything in my power to just make sure that my wife always got treatments, it was always taken care of, and I wanted her to be okay. But now that my wife passed away, and then my mother passes away 2 weeks later, I I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. It's like I'm like, my God, what am I doing? Like what's happening? I'm living in like the twilight zone. It's funny. We went in a car the other day, me, Sophia, and Mike, and we're driving, and this song comes on by Ariana Grande, and it's called "The Twilight Zone." And I was telling the kids, I said, "Isn't that a sign that song comes on, the Twilight Zone?" I said that because I feel like, well, first of all, this was during the wildfires too in New Jersey. Hey, Gia, how did you do with all those wildfires? Were you guys okay? That was a crazy thing that happened to us out here in Barnegat and Lacey and Matterhawk and all those wildfires. That was crazy. But it's just I don't know. I don't know anymore. Yep. I don't know. I'm trying to just figure out, you know, who I am, what's my purpose. Obviously, I know it's the kids. I mean, okay, obviously, I got to take care of the kids, but I just, this whole thing just didn't seem right, Jessica. I'm sorry. It didn't seem right. And I know that you feel the same way. It's just something about this whole thing just seemed very, very wrong. It just doesn't seem right. It almost seems like this was like predetermined or something to me. It almost seems like this was like maybe written. This was like predetermined. This was like destiny or something because it just doesn't seem possible what happened to my family. It doesn't seem possible. You're trying to figure out what's the point. Are you talking about what I'm saying, or are you talking about the haters that just write these terrible comments, or you're just talking about the point of life? Oh, is that what you're trying? You're trying to figure out what's the point of life? Is that what you're saying? I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand you. The point of life? I think that's what you meant, right? You're trying to figure out what's the point of life. I think we knew what the point of life was, Jessica, when our life was normal. When our life was normal. I think we knew what the point of life was. When you had, well, you still have your children, right, Jessica? You have your kids, right? I would say that's the point. The point is it's no longer about us. It's about them. It's about the kids, it's about the children. I mean, that's all it is for me at this point. Like, all it is for me is I think about them. I say to myself, they got to be happy. I just feel bad because I know that they know I'm hurting right now. They know I'm hurting. It's just, I'm just trying to make sense of it. I know, Jessica. Jessica, I feel like you. But what could I do, Jessica? Listen, let me ask you your opinion, okay? Here's my situation. Can I tell you my exact situation, Jessica? And I'm going to ask you your opinion. My daughter is 11 years old, Sophia. My son is 14. Obviously, they need me. They need me. Okay? So if I give up, what happens to them? You know what I mean? It's I can't give up. So it's like I don't even have a choice. This is the thing. I don't even have a choice. I have to be strong for Michael and Sophia. I have to. I have to make sure that they live a normal life. I have to make sure they're happy. I have to make sure they go to school. I think that Better Male is right. I do believe that God has our stories already written because now I know, Jessica. I know you know, but that's why you can't give up too. You have family, Jessica. You have family that love you, Jessica. You have family that love you and need you. That's all we got at this point. We got family that love us and need us, and we have to cherish them. Look, the problem is that I'm very, very depressed. That's the problem. Okay, I'm very down over losing my wife and losing my mom in 2 weeks. And it's like you're battling two feelings at once. You're battling two feelings at once. You're battling the feeling of you want to be a great dad, you want to be there for your kids, you want to take care of them. But you're also battling what just happened in my life. How did I just lose my wife? How did I just lose my mother? How did all of this happen in 2 weeks? How did my life take a complete turn in the opposite direction in 2 weeks? How did I lose my soulmate? How did I lose the love of my life? How did I lose my mother, my best friend? How did all of this happen in a couple of weeks? And it's like you're battling these two things at once. But then the other thing you're battling is that you have to be there for your kids. That's what my wife would tell me. My wife would tell me, Rich, I know you love me. I know you're sad. I know you're hurting, but you got to be there for our children. My mother would say the same thing. She would say, Richard, I know you're hurting. I love you, son. I know you're hurting. You have to be there for my grandkids. You have to. So it's like, I don't really have a choice. I could be shot, depressed, super sad. I have to keep getting up and moving forward. But the thing is, it doesn't seem fair because, see, I never wanted to be a single dad. That's what people don't understand. I married my beautiful wife. I married her with the hopes that we were going to grow old together, that we were going to raise our children together, and we were going to see our grandkids, and that was the goal. But at least our children. Uh, I know, Jessica. My wife used to say similar things like that. She was telling me she was tired of the treatments, and you want to know what's worse than living in pain? You know, I think, in my opinion, is not really knowing why you're living. Like, let me just tell you, like, my wife was in pain, I think. I really believe she was in pain, Jessica. I believe that she was tired of living in pain like you. I think she was tired of the treatments that she had to keep getting. She was so sick, Jessica. She was so sick of the treatments. But you might say, so why did she keep living? She kept living because she knew what she was living for. She was living for her children. Hey, Sophia. It's in the bathroom. She was living for her children. She was living for me. So that was more powerful to my wife than living in pain. No, but I'm just trying to tell you that when you say that you're tired of living in pain and stuck the way that you are, I think what's even worse than that, there's something worse, in my opinion, is not knowing what you're living for. You know what I mean? And if you know what you're living for, that gives you the motivation, that gives you the determination to keep fighting. It's like, you know, let's say you have a guy. Well, I'll give you an example. You want to know what is beta male? Hey, what's up, Lacey? I miss you, Lacey. I know we haven't talked in a while. I'm sorry. I miss my sister, Lacey. Oh, I'm sorry, the boss lady. I'm sorry, the boss lady. You want to know what is beta male? It's like sometimes you have a purpose, but even with a purpose, it's not enough. And I'll explain to you what I mean by that. So you could say my purpose is taking care of my kids, right? You could say, Richard, you got to be a great father, take care of Michael, take care of Sophia, and give them a good life. That's a purpose. That is a purpose. But the problem is when you lose your wife and your mom in 2 weeks and you're suffering this great pain, this great grief, it kind of sometimes it interferes with your purpose. It interferes because I needed my wife here. I need my mom too, but like I said, my mom was 75. Jennifer was 46. Let me get rid of this person here. Um, I'm going to get off the live really quick here because I think my daughter needs me for something really quick. I have to just help her with something, but I'm going to be coming back real soon. Okay. God bless you. I definitely want to talk to my sister today, the boss lady. I know Jessica's got a big procedure that she has to plan for today, so I guess we'll be talking tomorrow. But anyway, I will be back in a little bit. Okay. God bless all of you. And remember, if anybody would like to help the Apefather out in my time of need and my children's time of need right now, that is the Cash App right there. It is the $sign Richard Lavoie. Any Cash App would be greatly appreciated, and it would result in me uploading a video for you called the Thank You Song video. So it is the $ capital RICHARD capital LEVOI. There is no space, no underscore in between my first and my last name. You know, we lost a lot. My beautiful children, they lost their mom, their grandma in 2 weeks this year. 2 weeks, that's it. I lost my wife and my mother. We went through way too much. Way too much. A very small Cash App from your heart. I will make a video thanking you. It's called the Thank You Song video on YouTube. I'll upload it on YouTube on my channel. Thank you for your consideration. God bless you. Thank you.